Welcome to another episode of the Psychic Roundtable. And now tonight's is going to be our Psychic Fair meet and greet for the Day of the Dead Psychic Fair. We have a few of our intuitives here. Some schedules didn't work out, but we're going to have Kasumi from Kasumi Tarot, Valerie, an intuitive astrologer as well as an oraculist, Destiny from Sunshine Oracle, hopefully AngelLynn, psychic medium, hopefully, we'll see how things go. Larissa with past life regression. She has a business name, which is escaping me at the moment, and a couple other people. So without much further ado, here is, and by the way, the Day of the Dead Psychic Fair is going to be this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, November 2nd and 3rd. All right. And it's going to be out at Merle Hay Mall, our new location. Boop. Hey, Valerie.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you for having me on. Hello.
Absolutely. Hey, Kasumi. All right, guys. I'm going to have you go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do. Okay. Valerie? Well, since you're brand new here.
Okay, yeah, I am. Go ahead.
Go ahead and talk a little bit about yourself first.
All right.
I'm really taking the time to be here, guys.
Yeah. So let's see. I have been doing this for a very long time.
I know you have. How long?
As far as astrology goes, I tried to learn astrology by the book back in the early 2000s, and it just wasn't working. And so I kind of gave up on it. And then I don't remember, but maybe 2005 or so, I picked it up again, but I did it differently. I actually, what I do when I read a chart is I'll go into the chart and I will wander around and I will see if planets are playing nice together. Does it feel good? Are they getting along? What do all the angles feel like? Is it edgy? Things like that. So that is how I do astrology to this day. I teach in Clear Lake, Iowa,
wow.
at this adorable little tea house called Holistic Harmony. I teach Reiki.
It's really pretty.
It is. It's very cute. I teach. We do Astro Chat every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, and it's so much fun. We go over what are the transits coming up for the next month. And I also write a little blog, just a blurb called Astro Snacks that is on Facebook. Yes, someday I will have my own website, but
I was going to say, well, would you write an article for the Des Moines New Age Shop blog?
Sure, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, Valerie. Now, Kasumi, go ahead. Tell the people a little bit about what you do.
So I'm Cass or Kasumi. I do goddess-based tarot readings and also verbal energy work because I'm an energy vampire. So one of the things with the verbal energy work is what I do is we sit down and talk. It's similar to therapy, but it's not therapy. And if you're having a positive time, I use energy to help keep it going and like boost it up. Whereas if you're having a negative time or talking about trauma, I can feed on that to help lessen the burden.
Okay. Nice. Now, wasn't there something else you incorporated into it, Kasumi? I thought there was goddess guidance.
What?
I thought there was goddess guidance that you incorporated into your readings.
Yeah, it's just essentially I answer questions that you have like by asking the goddess them.
Okay. Okay, you were going to say something else? No? Okay. Destiny, introduce yourself, my dear.
Hi, I'm Destiny. I'm with Sunshine Oracle, and I do Oracle readings, and I'm also a spiritual life coach and a local author.
Yes! By the way, congratulations. I haven't had
Thank
a chance
you.
To Good job,
I haven't
girlie.
seen you in a while.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Destiny.
I do different Oracle readings. Like I do general love, messages from past loved ones, the next 6 months and a year ahead, and I just have different oracle cards that I usually let people pick on most of the readings. Messages from a past loved one, I do like the same 3 decks because they're like, you know, good for that. They're like meant for that specifically. Otherwise, like with all my other readings, I let the person I'm reading for pick what decks that they want to use or want me to use for their reading, which whatever ones call for them, it usually, yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Mhm.
All righty. So chit chat amongst yourselves. Are you guys all excited to be? Well, Valerie, I know you did attend the fairs at the old space, but are you all excited to be in the new space in Merle Hay Mall?
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's actually, I'm really loving it. We're kind of setting up a skeleton right now of the inside of the shop. So yeah, because our open date is November 1st, which is tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
So yep. And then we're gonna have the fair. So it's not gonna be all put together, but it'll be a close facsimile. And then we're just gonna stick stuff in as we go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm actually a latecomer. My guides told me on Monday of this week, you need to get into this show. I'm like,
Really?
okay.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
I surrendered. I threw my hands up, said, okay, we'll see what happens and we'll see what this is all about. So clearly it is, there's more going on than just the fair is my perception.
Oh yeah, no, there's always a ton of stuff. It's been a crazy year, and I swear since July it's been a whole other year. Just a whole other year. And it's not just me, it's most of my clients too, and a lot of the reading community I've seen and stuff like that. So fingers crossed. Oh, Kasumi, can you try getting in touch with Angela?
Oh, yeah.
She's been a little bit silent, so I don't know if she's got something going on with grandkids or something. But yeah, Larissa and Symone should be here shortly. Symone is just coming back from trick-or-treating with her kiddos. And so Valerie, Destiny, you know her, Cass knows her, but
Yep.
Valerie, she's going to be one of your fellow readers. She does tarot cards, but she also does balms and candles and stuff like that. And then Larissa, she's our past life regressionist. She's really awesome. You're going to love her. But they're both a little bit late. So.
And I actually do work with Symone a lot. Like we do paired tarot sometimes.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, actually, then, do you want to be set up next to Symone?
Definitely.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the vendors on the show floor. Well, Cass, you've seen the space, so you know how much space is there. It's technically the spaceship building, the one that I'm moving out of, is bigger. But this space is actually laid out in a rectangle, so it's more usable. It's more efficiently useful. Whereas my old one was in a circle, which is fun, but still, sometimes it can get a little crazy.
Yeah, the way it's set up,
Larissa.
It's kind of like it's a rectangle, but there's the front area that would be great for the shop, and then there's like a middle area that's going to be great for the vendors because they can be in kind of a circle themselves. And then there's a back area that's going to be great for like the artists.
No, I remember telling you that's how I was laying it out. But this time.
Oh, you changed it?
This time, everybody's going to be on the show floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's going to be really fun. Although for the Yuletide Fair, probably what I'm going to do, I am going to use that middle part like I was planning, but I'm going to take out one row of the light bulbs. That way the readers are a little bit more shaded and you don't have track lighting going, rawr, you know?
Yeah, that's probably a good call. Like we need light, but
your mic's muted. Mic's muted.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Valerie.
Hello.
Larissa, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure thing. My main thing, I'm a past life hypnotist. I also can do past life readings where I channel a past life for individual and psychic readings.
I've had some really good feedback on your psychic readings, Larissa.
Have you? That's good to hear.
I have. And then also, I'm all about the past life regression.
It's fun. I'm a nosy person, so
Oh, and I will warn you, my tech is lagging kind of bad over here tonight. It might have been from the recent storm. Brandy Cabell says hello, and Margaret okay, I'm going to slaughter that name, so I'm just going to say Margaret. So excited to join you tonight. Well, thank you, Brandy. Hello, and thank you, Margaret. I'm excited. Oh, Katie. Jay Griffoglass is here. Oh my gosh, Katie, you were able to join us. I'll send you a link. She's actually one of our vendors. She was going to be trick-or-treating with her kids. They must have ended early. All right, talk amongst yourselves while I get her over that link.
I love when she says that.
What?
Like, here, talk. About what?
We all just fall silent.
No,
You
what's
guys
scary
know-
is I can talk a long time about astrology and this stuff. So don't
Go for it.
wind me, don't wind me up.
No, go for it, Valerie. I would love to hear what you got to say.
New moon in Scorpio tomorrow. It's got the influence. Both Mars and Pluto are rulers of the sign of Scorpio. Mars is the original ruler. And once we got telescopes and could see far away, and we found Pluto, which is a planet, we designated Pluto as the ruler of Scorpio. And so both of those planets are in opposition. It will be exact on Sunday, but it's not. It's influencing the new moon tomorrow. So new moons begin a lunar cycle. And so we have the influence of that lunar cycle for the next month or so, until we have the next new moon, which would be in Sagittarius. So there is going to be massive transformation that gets kicked off tomorrow. Now, will we all feel it? Will we all feel it tomorrow, or we will definitely feel it as the month goes? Which leads me to who decided to put election time in the most detrimental.
And Valerie, we steer clear of all politics here simply because it's very divisive.
Right, but the
yes.
timing thing, yeah, it's unless they make it, as far away from tax day as possible.
Right? No. But as far as the transformational energies, as opposed to what else has been going on throughout the year, I mean, come on. Eclipse, all the different retrogrades mixing up. I mean, yeah, this year has been
coming back soon.
Falling apart. Yep, falling apart to fall into place. Dennis, I'm feeling it right now. Yes, he is.
By the way, so on Sona, everyone.
Say what?
Happy Halloween. So on Sona.
So and soda.
So on Sona. It's Gaelic for Happy Halloween.
Nice. Well, happy Halloween to all of you as well. And we're flipping over into Day of the Dead, which, honestly, that's more my scene anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely you.
I love it. It's really connected to family.
Yeah.
It's very much a family holiday.
And whereas I have no family down here, so.
Well, the passed on family can be anywhere with you. Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, for me, I always love it. I put pictures of my people up and everything like that, but I always tell people, bring pictures of your ancestors. Put them on your table, whatever they're going to do. It's fine. Put them, light a candle, put a glass of water by there. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but let them know you're thinking about them. Say hello. If you want to bring a path to bring them in, sprinkle marigold petals. You can also, it's also called calendula. It'll bring them right in. Sprinkle a little trail. It's really fun. I definitely recommend it. And no, I mean, yeah, Day of the Dead is a Latin holiday, but I don't believe in that. I believe anybody can celebrate it that they want to. So, have you guys done anything with it, or do you know much about it?
I know some about
ceremonies with it.
Awesome. Valerie, tell us your experiences then.
Great, actually. I have a very strong feminine line in my family. to the point where my great grandmother she's not reincarnated in this reality, but she is reincarnated in another reality. And I have this little thing where I actually like send her coins energetically and like fill her pockets like with coins, to the point where the last time I showed up and started to do it, she said, okay, you're going to have to stop doing this because people don't understand where all this money is coming from. She's a student.
Well,
And
you know what? Send it over my way. I'll take it.
Well, yeah. So I said, well, what do you need? And she said, I need apples and I need firewood. It's like, okay, got it.
Awesome. Mary VBS says the Scorpio is ready. All right. She's ready for the transformation. So go around and tell us your signs.
Cancer.
East and West.
Oh, Rooster. I was like, had to think there for a second.
Valerie?
I'm a Pisces.
Nice. What's your Eastern, dear?
I don't know.
It's one you don't think about often.
If I remember correctly, I believe you're the Chinese sign of the snake, very plugged into the mystical elements.
Yeah.
Larissa?
I'm a Taurus and I'm also a goat.
Oh, nice. A Taurus sheepy.
Yep. Super earthy.
Very, very nice. Very nice. My friend Cassie, the one that holds the publishing house, she's a Taurus sheep too. Dove deep into the literary aspects of everything. She loves it. Larissa, if I remember correctly, you're a sheepy as well, correct?
I think so. I'm an Aries.
Dennis, what year were you born? All Chinese
1991.
zodiac goes by the year you were born, and it's generally February to February. They go by a lunar calendar. So, how's y'all's life been so far?
Chaotic.
Pure chaos. Oh yeah. Larissa?
Life has been busy. I am super excited for this fair though. Kind
Me
of
too.
a good way to slow down.
I have a feeling it's going to speed up, though. I have a feeling we're going to see more, you know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Valerie, what are your
This
thoughts?
week has been frustrating.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, just because, like, you already know that I've been dealing with allergies for, like, almost a week now. I'm finally, like, almost clear of them
Mm-hmm.
because the rain and the wind helped.
I tell you what, it's been rough. And yeah, just, I don't know. Anybody else feel like the first part of the week, it just felt like everything was going in slow motion? No matter how hard you tried, how hard you kept pushing, it was just like everything was like going through molasses. Then about midweek, it kind of popped, almost like a soap bubble. And then everything started going. It was a very interesting first of the week. Oh, by the way, where are you all calling in from? That's another thing. I know you're all in Iowa, but where at?
Des Moines.
Around Clear Lake.
Oh, nice.
Ames.
I'm in Milwaukee.
Nice. See, I really love the Clear Lake area. It's very pretty. And my kiddo loves it too. Margaret, unusual dreaming with faceless people. Always a little unsettling. Symone, hey girlie.
Oh, hey.
How did trick-or-treating go with the kiddos?
It went
It went.
frosting and it's cold.
Yeah, I went out to eat with Alyssa, and, like, we're driving, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of people out in the cold right now. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Halloween.
I ain't about that life no more. I'm old.
This
I'll
was
buy my candy, thank you.
Yeah.
At discount tomorrow.
This was the 1 year Arthur has not been sick in the last 7. And he just looked out at all the people and went, "Go home. Go home." I'm like, "Okay, baby. I'm not going to fight you on this." So, yeah, no, we went home. He curled up in a blanket and went with his tablet. That was it. He's done. Oh. But he has established his space in the shop, so we are good.
Oh, the kitty.
Oh, kitty.
Okay, so tell us about the kitty. Oh, tell us about the dog.
Yeah. So the dog is Stevie Nicks, but he goes by Stevie.
Nice.
He's a pain. This is our newest addition to the family. I actually found him during a vendor show in Fort Dodge. And his name is Banks.
Oh.
And he's the orneryest little thing ever, but he's my cuddle bug. Come here.
I'm going to message AngelLynn real quick. She said she was going to hop on, but as most of you know, her Facebook got hacked. So I got to message her through direct text. There we go. Oh. You know, I wish I had a Crickets app.
I was just thinking, I'm like,
whenever I put it on my phone and I put it toward the speaker, you guys can never hear it, but I'll hear it plain as day. Just that. This is the quietest y'all have been. Okay, except for Symone and Destiny. You guys, yeah, you're normally pretty quiet. And besides, Simone's just been out with her kids running around in the cold. She's like, "Kill me."
Yeah, and I'm having issues with my voice, so it's like, I don't really want to talk.
Oh, gosh.
It's better than it was yesterday, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
You do sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like, I can get like somewhat closer to my regular voice.
Mhm.
It's just, it's a lot of effort.
Oh, the other day when you came in, I was like, "Damn, okay then."
I haven't had a voice that deep in over a year.
Gosh. Well, yeah, no, I was like, wow, okay. Well, if you were singing, it would be an interesting tone change.
I mean, I would have been tempting to do Odo Shitapata Bailey.
No clue.
What do we do with the drunken sailor? The original.
Oh, okay. Okay, Brandy. Brandy asks, what is everyone's speciality?
Be nice.
Tarot and energy.
Telling people what to do with their life.
Nice.
I read oracle cards, and I'm a spiritual life coach.
Past life regression, past life stuff, and stuff in the future. Psychic and past life.
Mainly tarot readings, but I'm kind of picking up some more stuff that might be added in the future.
Oh, fun. I wonder if anyone's going to want a dual reading from us again.
That would be a lot of fun. That was cool.
Yeah, so to make it a little bit more clear for the tarot with Symone and I, so like we work together, and like we'll like if we're getting something that's like feeling off, we'll ask each other for help. Like
friend.
A fresh perspective kind of thing. And then like hers are like more towards like able to pull from just you in general, just like whatever you need to hear. Whereas for me, because I'm asking specific questions to the goddess, I'm best with yes or no questions.
Okay.
Oh, how Wiccan works with that being an energy vamp? They're kind of, they're not mutually exclusive, but they're not exactly together. Like being an energy vamp, I'm a bit more sensitive to the flow of energy, which helps me if I do any energy work that like I would do in my Wiccan practices. But mostly it's just one is how I survive, and I'm a ethical vampire, so I only with consent. But the other one is just how I practice, how I.
Okay.
They're both ways of living, but they're both together and different.
Well, also too, as an energy vampire, I've seen you use it for healing work.
Uh-huh.
I've seen you go in and chew out blocks and stuff like that and take the energy and basically stitch up different wounds and metaphysical energy like tears.
Yeah, it's. I'm still learning on that part. I just need more practice. And I have to have a good amount of energy beforehand to be able to do anything. And I have a party tomorrow night that I'm probably going to get good energy from, so that'll help.
Awesome.
But that's not really a part of my Wiccan practices, though, whereas the tarot is.
Okay.
God, I hate how my voice sounds right now.
It doesn't sound that off, though.
It's.
I can tell you're sick, but
I can feel the deepness.
The deepness or the depth?
The extreme vibration.
Dennis, I just drove by a yard Santa. Alrighty. We're almost going to flip through Halloween over to Christmas.
That's a terrifying thought.
No, actually, you know what? I enjoy most of the seasons, so I'm good.
I like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Thanksgiving's
it
fun.
weirdly means a lot to me.
Really? How come? Tell us a little more about that.
Well, I mean, it was always a time I celebrate with my family, but it's also Thanksgiving is the day I started HOT, and also where I met one of my best friends.
That's awesome.
So,
oh, are you going to be hanging out with them again this year?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, they're she probably actually does need some good company because she's a bit of a loner by like she kind of hermits because she just works and then is exhausted and doesn't make time for herself to enjoy herself.
Is she by any chance a Virgo or a Taurus?
I think so.
Brandy, I was just curious how the two flowed together. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Brandy.
I'm always open to questions. I just don't know what to say normally. Like until someone asks me a question, then I don't stop talking.
Right, it's that you got to put a quarter in before you can actually respond. Put a quarter in. There you go. You know.
And now we just stare at each other awkwardly.
Don't worry about it. Get all the talking in because once Debbie jumps on, she is a Gemini and she will overtake the conversation, which is perfectly fine.
I live with one of those. Yeah.
Interesting thing for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, I've had friends come in because apparently now in the trans community, I'm the metaphysical person to talk to.
Nice.
They know me. And I had a bunch of friends ask me about the whole adding an extra sign causing like them all to move, and I'm like, yeah, here's what their reasoning was, and this is also why it wasn't real.
Colette Souza from YouTube. Hi, hello, how do you do? Well, I do pretty good, Colette. A little tired and zony from moving, but actually doing good. You guys, how are you all doing? How are you all doing this week?
I saw that, Symone.
That would be the 16-year-old.
Dennis.
Come here. You
This
gonna
week
wave? You can get in the screen.
I'm not waving.
with Emily. Oh, Judy. I'm excited to see the new space. Thank you, Judy. I think you'll find it a lot of fun. It used to be an old Foot Locker, and it still does look quite a bit like a Foot Locker until I'm going to get all the decorations up and everything. But the space is just, it's oddly a lot of fun, and the back room has a ton of storage. It's all that sneaker box shelving. So it's just row upon row upon row upon row of shelves, which is going to be great for organization. So I'm pretty skippy about it.
Does it still have like the shelving where you can wind it and move, like slide everything down?
Oh,
ladders,
Or
but I
the-
haven't seen any of the winding.
Yeah, no, it's like it's kind of terrifying to me because those ladders go like this, and so like.
No, I'm not
they'll
even talking the
go up this
ladders.
side.
There's like a lot of the retail places I've worked, especially the places that sold shoes, they would have, you would have columns, and then you would just roll them down almost like it was a rolling ladder, and then
Yeah.
walk down the aisle to get what you needed.
I wish, but no, it's all one fixed shelving unit. They actually nailed all the top together. I was really sad because I was going to bring some of the shelves out to the front. Colette Souza. I'm from a little Portuguese town in Gustine, CA. Nice.
That's cool.
Well, thanks for tuning in. I have not seen you on here before, so welcome.
So has anything progressed with the mimic?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't think the mimic over at the mall is, I don't think it's harmful. It's
No,
more just kind of a,
just it seems like slightly mischievous, and that's it.
yeah. So I don't think we'll have too many problems. It did freak Nicole out just a little bit, though.
Yeah, especially after when she heard my voice.
She's like, what? So yes, but I kind of also, I mean, the minute I walked into the shop, the new shop space, I was like, oh yeah, this is haunted to all hell. Some stuff's happened here. That one long black hallway, Foot Locker, their color is black, the long black hallway. I have leave to spray paint that metallic gold, which is going to happen before the Yuletide Fair. Because that hallway is just like, nope, no way. Nope, it's got to go. So I could just feel it ricocheting off there. Not like slimy dripping off, but you know how when there's been an explosion of energy, you can just kind of feel it in a place. I feel it in the hallway. So it's like, nope. Gotta have a spray paint. Hold on. Dennis, our viewer Elena knows how to find mimics. We have a viewer? That's Elena? Cool. Dennis, I'm not painting it. No,
I'll paint
that's
it.
not on you. Oh, well, thank you, Dennis.
So what is a mimic? I've never heard that phrase before, or that term.
It's an entity. It's a supernatural entity that can, well, Cass, you have a little bit more experience with them, don't you?
So they're mostly just mischievous. They don't normally cause harm. They tend to create both feelings and make you hear or see things that are copying someone else. So, for example, the other day when I went in there with Nicole was carrying stuff back out, like the cart back out to the car to get more stuff. And I actually walked all the way to the front. I was talking with Dennis. And during that time, she heard my voice, like intonation and everything, say, "Hey, wait up." And I was on the opposite side of the store, so couldn't have been me. And there was no one else there.
There was a mimic in my childhood home.
Oh, fun.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it was kind of freaky.
Yeah, they're freaky and mischievous, but not all of them are. Like, there are some that are kind of harmful, but most are just mischievous and just weird.
Yeah. There was one day we were about to go somewhere as a family, and my mom forgot something inside, so she went back in, and she came back out, and we're all still in the car. She was the only one that went in, and she's like, "We have to wait for Destiny." She went back in the house for something, and then like, "Mom, I'm right here." And she goes, "I literally saw you go downstairs." And then like that was not me. I've been
Yep.
her the whole time.
Yeah, they're kind of let me select it. There we go. Yeah, Brandy, they are kind of like a shapeshifter, but it's more of like you don't normally see them until like they are trying to create like an image. They aren't seen unless they're borrowing an image.
They
They're
aren't seen unless they're what?
borrowing an image.
Borrowing?
Yeah.
Mhm. Basically,
So
looking-
what's their source? Where do they originate? How do they originate?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I'm going to have to look into that.
it's going to require more investigation.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is either Fey origin or naturally occurring. Sometimes it can be a gathering of energy. God only knows. And it takes forever to suss this stuff out. By the way, the question from Brandy was, so they are kind of like a shapeshifter. Yes. And Judy, glad to hear you can repaint. Yes, I am too. I am very, very glad. Foot Locker's colorful in its own way, but the shop right now, it's just a little bit dark on the walls. So I'm yanking down some of those black panels because there's glass underneath. Some's metal, some's glass.
Oh my goodness, Dennis.
Oh no. Dennis, mimics generate. Oh no, Dennis, not the D&D mimics. My husband Dennis plays Dungeons and Dragons, and they have a mimic in there too. I'm not reading that one.
What a nerd.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Ironic,
right.
considering I'm going to the like next to the shop tomorrow to do D&D.
We're a pretty fun living crew.
I was just thinking there's an anime called, I think it's called Delicious in Dungeon, that
Yeah.
talks about mimics a lot. It's freaking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
My Discord is like exploding.
What?
So do you think they're like through another dimension, like in the next closest parallel reality, and they're bleeding through?
It's
No, they've always been here.
yeah, no, they're more like they're kind of similar to spirits. They're like they are an entity that is just so if you start looking at just the energy of the area, you can kind of see them. You can kind of see that area they are. No definite shape really. Just you can feel them there.
Dennis, proud of it. Very proud to be a nerd. We fly our nerd flags very high in this house. And in the shop, actually. Yep. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Judy, I've only heard about mimics recently.
Yeah,
What?
they're so that's the thing is so like the mimics that we're talking about, these ones are more just mischievous spirits, but there is some things that are similar to mimics that are
Some of them
much
are pretty dangerous.
worse,
Yeah, some of them are pretty
like
dangerous.
the flesh pedestrians. They can mimic voices, and they
Okay,
use that to get you.
seriously, just call it a damn skinwalker, for the love of God.
I like the other term. It's more fun.
Actually, flesh pedestrian just kind of skeeves me out.
Exactly.
It sounds gross.
Saying flesh is fun.
Ugh, weird. Anyway, hold on. Dennis, there are a ton of anime right now that are ripoffs of D&D, and they are called
Isekai.
Isekai. Isekai.
It's
Oh.
isekai. Yeah, it's a type of anime essentially where you're transported into another world.
Hey, I like those webtoons and animes. They're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
fun.
good.
It's a really fun way to
There's some
play around
excessive
with the story.
ones.
You know?
Some AI written
would
ones
say-
that are like,
My favorite is the time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Oh my
yeah.
A lot funnier than what I originally thought it was going to be. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, apparently there's another one. It's like she's reincarnated. A young girl is reincarnated into a monster spider,
Oh,
and I thought it was going to be super creepy, but it's actually pretty fun looking. So I was like, "Wow, okay." They're having a lot of fun with it, and I'm all for that. It's been a tough past few years. Since 2019 for me, it's been crazy. So I'm all about just having some fun, kicking back, you know. The supernatural and the metaphysical and stuff, it's all very serious stuff, and I've been getting quite into the serious end, as you all know, but all the more reason to have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, AngelLynn will not be able to be joining us. She was attending a Gothic wedding.
Oh.
She was attending a goth wedding. She says she's going to be sending me pictures. But she's having to run somebody home to Altoona from that. So no go. Because I don't want her to message me and drive.
Yeah, no. Safety is paramount.
Granted, Matt normally does it, but, you know, Matt's kind of crazy, so.
Yeah.
And we're all going to send him some love and light. He's going through some real hard stuff.
Yeah.
And I apologize. It's incredibly cold in here. That's why I have my coat on.
I didn't even notice. I get it, though, because I'm wearing my thicker dress today, and I'm like, even it was getting cold.
No, you guys all know that my sewer line ruptured, right? It just basically disintegrated under my house in my basement. Well, I have it fixed, but I still have to have a professional come and clean it up. So until then, I have to have all my windows open down here.
Yay.
Not really, no. But, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Symone, that's right. Everything all at once, baby.
That's a good movie.
I have yet to watch it. I want to watch it, but just other stuff to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
See, I got lucky because when that happened at my house, my basement is basically a cellar.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So there's no inside entrance or anything. It's all, while it is attached to my house, you have to go through the outside. It's like the old freaking heavy ass doors that you got to lift up. And
the ones that you worry about getting trapped in.
Actually,
yeah, it makes for a good horror flick.
Hey, at some point, would you allow me to come out and take some pictures so I could doctor them up for a cover of a story I'm doing? Other cellar doors.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Okay.
Has anyone else been having anything fun tonight happen?
I got out of work at 5 o'clock because all the parents want to take their kids trick-or-treating. So I will take that over 6:30.
That's fair. See, I'm just sad that I don't have enough energy to do my normal ritual I do this every year.
What do you do?
I just do a ritual and thanks to the goddess.
Awesome.
But I am like, so I need to feed. And so it's like I can barely do anything right now.
Brandy, that's kind of how the last few months have gone, one thing after another for almost everyone I know. Yep. And at the shop, in through the community, everywhere I turn, people are going through this. It's like a time of dramatic change. But when I looked up, and Valerie, I wanted to discuss this with you. The second we went into the Uranus retrograde, there was a lot of buzz around it that this is basically turning over a new chapter, and we can write it. It can either go beautifully or we can continue on with the same stuff. But that's why this is a time to tie up all our loose ends and kind of close the doors on the past and move forward.
Time to level up, bitches.
That's interesting that would come from Uranus. I'm not sure, because Uranus is a generational planet, and it also has to do with sudden changes, shocks, surprises, rebellion, revolutions.
Well, that all right there. All there.
Yeah.
All right there, baby.
But it's more about the collective rather than individuals. Because Uranus affects big groups because it's such a slow planet.
It is.
I don't know. I'll have to sit with that for a little bit.
Brandy, Cass, so you are unable to produce your own energy.
Yeah, so because I'm an energy vamp, so for one of the things, unlike other people, I can't get and I can't feed off of the sun or heat or flame.
Mhm.
It's just something I just have no access to. And the sun actively hurts me.
Which, by the way, could you be any more goth?
It's the irony of it, because this has happened before I realized I was a vamp, and it's just like,
Oh, I did want
why?
to talk to you, Cass, about one thing. I want to do a special on the podcast, and I'm going to hold up different protection stones, and I'm going to have you try to feed on me through them to see which ones stop you.
Oh, that would be interesting.
But I'm going to do it
Now, of
all.
course, each vamp is different, so
Mhm.
it would only protect from maybe, I'd say probably 20-30% of them.
It's a disclaimer, but still, I want people to watch you try and do it. It'd be great if I could do it with an aura photography or aura camera on me,
Right?
but they're expensive. And all the people
Yeah.
I know with aura cameras are out of town. And I
No,
don't think they're
I've got
willing to
a.
come into town for that.
I'm low enough right now because also body exhaustion that it's literally like I probably would have difficulty feeding from a distance. Like I literally have to either do a like hands-on feed or like a very positively charged area,
Okay. I was going to
which
say,
the party tomorrow should be. So
well, we could actually sit down and set up an area in the shop, but I was figuring just, both of us in our own homes.
yeah. Well, yeah, by that time I should probably, especially if you do it on like a Sunday, I will be brimming with energy then.
Okay, perfect. So Sundays are going to be a best bet for the specials?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you know why.
Yeah, I know. You found
Cass, have you always been that way?
What?
Have you always had this?
So I didn't realize it, but literally I look back into my past and I look like, so I have an eidetic memory, so I can remember like things when I was 3, like clear as day. And so I didn't understand it for the longest time, but now that I know what I'm looking at, I realize that I have been feeding off things or other people for most of my life. To the point where I even had like some stuffed animals that were given to me, and like they didn't have the greatest things in them.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, a couple days later, they were empty. And it's like, that's a little interesting.
That's fun.
Except for the Furby. That one just wouldn't die.
Oh, yeah. No, tell that experience with the Furby. That's so creepy.
Oh, yeah. So I had a Furby, like most kids in the 90s did. And I took out the battery out of it. And then I took it apart and took the internal battery out to make sure that it couldn't do anything. And it still would go off in the middle of the night in my closet saying, "Feed me." And like, "I see you," and all that fun stuff. And so it was just like, yeah, no, this thing has to die. I can't. It's not doing like all the other toys do. So I burned it, and it screamed. And the last things to melt were its eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Wow.
Furbies are so cute. They remind me somewhat of Popples. I don't know if you guys remember those, but Furbies have a distinctly creepier edge. They're just, whoa. It's very creepy. Hold on. Dennis.
Gizmo.
Gizmo. So it's been almost 20 years since Pluto got demoted. How has that affected astrology, Valerie?
Are you going to be the one to tell Pluto that he's not a planet anymore?
No.
I'm not. It's like Chiron. Chiron is an asteroid, a large asteroid, but Chiron carries the energy signature of the wounded healer, and I think he's super important in astrology. And a lot of astrologers don't give Chiron, any credit. Same with Pluto.
Yeah, no, Chiron retrogrades are a massive hosing.
We're in one right now.
I know. I don't know how anybody cannot give Chiron credit.
Right.
Right.
Damn.
I actually literally, so a little update for you, Alicia. So my friend Larissa, who I thought it's my friend that has the Fey blood, and so she I thought she wasn't that interested,
Mhm.
but she had one of the awakening dreams.
Yeah.
And now every night she's wanting to talk to me, asking me things, and wants me to teach her.
I was going to say, I figured when you guys were moving in together, I figured there was more to it than that. So, I'm glad. I'm happy. Brandy, Furbies were notorious for always talking.
That's mostly due to they had an internal battery.
Mhm.
So it was one that, like, you could remove the regular battery, but they had another battery. But that's the thing, is I took that out. I was the curious kid that took apart everything. So I took it apart to see, like, why is it still working? And I saw the battery, so I took it out, and then it still worked, and it shouldn't have.
Dennis, which major arcana do you identify with?
Fun.
Hello, Larissa, you are back.
Now that's kind of a... Okay, so since it's Dennis, I gotta ask if he's talking about, like...
No, just major arcana tarot.
Tarot, okay. I was like, huh.
For a moment.
So that's... Okay, so there's two ways you can go with that, too. What tarot card is, like, the one that has been designated as yours versus which one do you identify with?
No, which one do you actually identify with? Because, yeah, each one is sewn into a sign, different stuff like that. But which one do you feel, and let's actually expand it out. Even the minor arcana. Which one do you guys feel would be maybe your card, always representing you?
I would say the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles is what I always identify, just because I am so earthy. I have so much earth in my chart. I am the physical realm.
Okay. All right. Symone?
Tower.
The Tower? Oh, sweetie.
That's the card that has been designated for me as the Tower Reverse. So that's why I'm like, I don't identify with that, but apparently that's what I am.
So my actual cards are, if I remember correctly, it's the World and the Empress. Those are my birth cards. The card that I resonate with the most is the Tower. And the reason that is because, I mean, I don't talk much in here, but you get me face to face. I also don't shut up much either.
You are livelier in person, I will say that. How come?
I have no idea. But the Tower is because I'm that person that will take your box, so your little life, and I will sit here and go with everything and make you rethink certain things because I might word it different. You might have a certain way of thinking, and I'll word things differently, and then it puts it into an entirely different perspective.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not always fun.
Okay.
See, in that aspect of, like, what I'm connected with the most would be either the High Priestess or the Queen of Cups.
Okay. Nice. Destiny, Larissa?
I resonate more with the sun, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Sunshine Oracle. Love it.
I mean,
Lots
that
of
makes
it.
sense, yeah.
Yeah. Like when I first got my my first ever tarot reading, it was back in 2017, I think, and I think it was at the New Age shop. The first card the lady pulled was the sun, and she was like, "You're a very bubbly person, and you like love to be there for everybody, and you're really bright." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the card I resonate with the most." And my best friend that passed away in 2018, he always called me Sunshine, and that's where I got the sunshine part. So.
Awesome. Antoinette Brown, hello. Now, Antoinette, she is spiral healing energy. She's not going to be able to be at this fair. This lady is always working. She's always doing house clearings, house blessings, Reiki, something. She's also in real estate. So she's doing that. She is constantly hustling. It's like bam, 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 bam. So, hey, Antoinette, what you doing, girly? And thank you for joining us. Judy, I identify with strength.
It's the 8th card of the.
Okay, I was like, what, -8? Okay. 6 of Wands is my birth card. Dennis, Justice and the Star for me. Okay.
Justice makes sense for him.
Mm-hmm. Larissa, what tarot card do you resonate with, dear?
I'm glad I went last because I was really trying to think about it. I think Emperor, probably. Okay. That's an Aries card. I think just with my personality, I think the Emperor card can be perceived as a negative card, just depending on which way you read it.
No, it's not.
It can be. I guess you asked the reader. But for me, the Emperor, I think it just embodies my personality, like strong leadership skills. I'm always thinking about doing what's right for everybody around me, including myself, and making sure. And then I always end up in leadership positions, whether it be at work or in my own business. So.
I was going to say, well, also with the Emperor card, it's fairness. Mm-hmm. Flipped around, it's misuse of power. But with the Emperor card, power and fairness rest equally in your hands.
Absolutely. And I try to be fair as fair as I can. I think about that stuff often. So definitely the Emperor.
Okay, awesome. Brandy, does anyone else ever play the game of Blame the Planets? No, I do not. I definitely steer away from that.
So to me, you can't really blame the planets because it's just like hormones. They affect how you are and what you do, but they're not the reason.
No, they're not the reason.
They're just an environmental force.
Oh, I like that. I think I will use that. Environmental force.
Like it's essentially like, oh, it's raining today. Like it's not the moon's fault. It's raining. It's just it's raining. And how you're going to change your day around it is how you choose.
Every time
you look at it as an amplifier.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of like PMSing.
Oh no. Anyway. Honestly, every when I do the weekly updates, forecast, broadcasts, I always say a little bit about the planetary retrogrades, moon phases, different stuff like that, and how it's going to affect us going forward. Crap, somebody light a candle. Destiny, we feel your presence. Be with us, girl. Come back. Anyway, but I always mention it because it's a good thing to know to kind of plan out what you're doing. Simple, easy explanation would be Mercury retrograde. Don't sign anything. Be prepared for travel delays. Same thing with Jupiter. Valerie, what would you say?
Are you looking at a question on the screen?
We were just clearing up the question of, does anybody ever play the game of Blame the Planets?
Oh, and Blame the Planets. No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Mercury retrograde, absolutely. But there's a lot of other things. I wouldn't say blame the planets, but
I see each one as an opportunity.
Evaluate the planets might be a better word.
It's an opportunity. Like with Mercury retrograde, there are bad, but there's also, it's a time to sit down, shut up, and take a load off. It's a time to slow down. And that's what I love about it. Chiron retrograde, I know there's a lot of positives, but I just hate it. Oh, God, I hate it. Anyway, Judy Zeitz, according to numerology, the Fool and the Emperor are my birth cards. Okay. Awesome. And then Antoinette Brown, 10 of Pentacles for me. That does not surprise me at all, Antoinette. You are very much a 10 of Pentacles girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She is. She's got that energy going. Colette Souza, I was told in my past life I was a man. I believe that because I'm very strong and have the strength of a mule, and that one of my themes is patience. I dated someone for 18 years, never lived or married. Okay. Although I would not say patience is really a male trait. I would say it's
Yeah.
a personality type. Because I know a lot of guys and they're not patient at all. They're like, "Wah!" I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, it's
whoa.
very much each person is different. That's not tied to gender so much.
Mhm.
It's more just the type of person that you are.
Mhm.
It's similar to actually like the astrology. Like
Yeah.
like being a Cancer, I tend to be more in touch with my emotions. Stuff like that.
Hang on. Destiny had to book out. She's really not feeling well. Okay. She messaged me privately. I'm going to message her real quick. Please talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone because my keys are super loud. I love this keyboard because it's kind of old school, but man, it is loud on the mic. Okay, hold on. Dennis, how many guys do you know? And should I be worried? Ha, ha, ha.
What?
I know plenty of guys. I know a bunch of guys. But be worried? I don't know. Should you be? I don't know. Anyway. All right. Boop. There we go.
And then we're forced upon this again.
All right. Cass, you know of the two of us. You could talk the hind leg off a damn donkey.
If I have a topic.
So make a topic. Get in there. And Valerie, she talks about astrology. You two get together. Talk about energy vampirism and astrology. Go for it.
Well, I could mention that one of the things I'm starting to do, well, I've already started doing it, but like offering during like the fair and like when I'm doing readings stuff like that, is if someone needs a like spell work, I am willing to help write things down if they're able to do it themselves, or I'm still trying to get to the point where I can do the spell work for someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Your mic's muted, babe. Larissa, mic's muted. Valerie, your mic's muted as well.
I was saying, Cass, so you would
It's a
like
little-
provide them.
It's just a
What?
little noisy, so I'm muting.
Oh, I see that. Oh,
Did you become psychic or born that way? Well, we're all born with a certain degree of psychic ability.
yeah,
And it's
if you're
basically
talking
kind of like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it's going to get.
Yep. And if you mean like the vampirism, I was, but not all are.
Yep.
But what were you saying, Larissa? I didn't hear what you said.
I was asking, so like you would like provide a spell for somebody to take with them?
Yeah, so essentially I would
Like
use my
on-
book shadows and write something down for them so that they can take care of a problem in their life, stuff like that. And eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to have like either make spells for people or pre-make spells for people.
Cool.
I'm collecting jars as we speak.
Ah!
I've got some interesting ones, including this little honey jar. It's like this cute little thing. Oh, geez, it's so hard to see. Oh, wait, I got to put it in front of me.
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's like this little cute, like, tiny honey jar that's like, it's round but has like slight octagonal, like, ridges. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but it'll be interesting.
I am going to try and pull on these slides. Our vendor, Jay Griffleglass, that couldn't be here, she sent me some of the products. So I'm going to see if I can actually pull up the pictures for everybody. So we'll see. Give me a minute here. Let's see here. The internet's running slow over here. What about for you guys? That was an odd sound.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Is that you, Cass?
No. But it's loud.
Simone.
Phone's always on silent.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you messing with something? Hang on.
Sorry, it's me.
Not me
My
today.
computer.
Okay. Here we
I
go.
get text messages on my computer.
Okay, I am gonna see if I can share this. Share screen. Business suit. Share. So, not exactly what I wanted, but oh well. This lady, her husband makes one of a kind glass, and there.
Oh, those are cool.
Yep. Let's see, did it show? Yes, it does. Yay! That's
Oh,
it.
that's cool.
I
Very
would say
fitting.
that's the cast piece.
Am I that ironically goth?
Yep. That one I like.
That is kind of cool.
Oh, nifty, nifty, nifty. Oh, hey, they got earrings. You know I'm
Ooh,
interested.
there's knives.
Mm-hmm.
Looks almost like bowlings too.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Doop.
Love that the text is overlaying now.
I know it won't go away. So, like,
Yep.
sorry guys.
Ooh.
That's neat. Can't see it. Oh well. All right, and then, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and undo that.
Excited to see those.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, this is a new vendor. She reached out to me, and she's pretty excited to be here. So I'm excited too. I believe Angela's going to be setting up Friday night, and she's got a whole bunch of different crystals and really big shelf sitter pieces and stuff like that for a really good price. So we'll see. We'll see how everything goes.
And say Angela's going to be there this one?
Yes, she should be,
Oh.
but yeah,
She's just not responding.
she's been a bit ghosty this week. Not that ghosts
Yeah.
don't have manners, but she's been a little bit woo. And I've got a couple other vendors, but they have to check the calendars, so they are not quite 100% sure.
That's fair.
But since I have the space, I don't mind.
Right?
Symone, Larissa, you have not seen the new space yet, have you? No?
It's an interesting one.
Well,
Some
it's
of the
nice.
stuff was tasted interestingly.
I know, right? I taunted all hell, but I'm just talking about the basically spatial dynamics of the space.
Well, you can tell that some of it was literally like cast-offs from people just walking by.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a blend of so many people's lives.
Like I said, you should have felt it before I laid down the salt. A lot of energy in the mall, but you've got a lot of people coming through. And then actually it was really interesting. I looked up Merle Hay Mall's history. Before it was a mall, it was originally a monastery. The monks sold it and it got torn down, and then the mall was built over it, and that was back in the 50s, if I remember correctly.
So, and also there's one part of the mall that I'm not sure if you've been in because it's not supposed to be accessed.
I've been through most of the mall. I used to work at the Spencer's. I actually helped build it originally.
The basement.
The basement, I walked around through it a little bit. It's a little heavier, but it doesn't do anything for me.
So, Alicia, I'm curious, what entrance, the best entrance to get closest to?
You're going to want to go,
Either Target
Larissa,
or
have you
entrance.
been to Merle Hay Mall?
Not inside. But
Okay.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, there's game days, backside entrance, and then H&R Block, and you kind of want to go in through those doors.
Yep. So like between H&R Block and Target, so anywhere by Target is a good one.
Yeah, you can go in. Well, that's a longer way to take though.
Well, not
Back
through
way's
Target, but
quicker.
by Target.
Yeah.
Like on the right hand side of Target, like between Target and Five Below is another one.
Okay.
Actually, you can just go through Five Below and be easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Five Below, and then you just go zip right over. But if you're loading stuff, you want to go the back way.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Yeah,
So
so
you're talking
first
about
vendors
like on
will
the
probably
other
want to
side,
park
closer.
like near game day.
Okay.
So, I've got most everything loaded in, but I've still got quite a bit to pack up. So yeah, just odds and ends stuff back at the old shop. Hope to have that done this weekend.
Yep. And like, I almost overbooked myself for tomorrow because remember I said I was going to try to help like with the skeletonizing.
Yeah, you didn't come in.
Not today. Yeah, today. No, I woke up and I'm like, yep, I have no energy. I can't do shit.
Oh Jesus.
But no, because like tomorrow I was planning on doing after D&D, but then I remembered that tomorrow was the day that Alyssa has off. And we were planning on looking at apartments, but because my D&D it doesn't really work for her as well. So we're going to do that Tuesday instead. So after D&D, I will have some time.
What time then?
That'll probably be around 2 or 3ish.
Perfect. All right. Today we focused mostly on getting everything in its place. So getting the tables, pushed where they needed to go, shelves, everything like that. So now it's going to be legitimately putting up product.
Makes sense.
Christina Maldonado. Hey, Christina. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween, my darling. I'm glad to see you back here. Dennis McCullough. The food court is definitely the long way around. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But it has the benefit of food. Christina.
True.
Hi, Cassie. Alicia. Dennis, you can also enter the main entrance by Five Guys. Yep. So there we go.
Though if you're carrying stuff, probably not.
Yeah, no. You want to go in through the back way, and that's going to be the game day entrance.
Yeah.
Even if it's just your table and chairs, yeah, you definitely want to come in through the back. And
that
just message me.
Hassle by people.
Yeah, I know, right? One of the security guards was really super nice. Dennis has been messing with the mall carts, and I don't know if you guys know those, but they're hella hard to drive. They're smaller, but they're irritating and they're hard to drive. And so I'm walking along and I look at him and I'm like, would you happen to have a spare shopping cart? And he's like, yes, you can keep it for a couple days. Here you go. And that thing has been such a lifesaver. It's much easier to drive, pull around the corners. Because I don't know, how many of you have actually worked in a mall? Okay. So you know that they make those hallways as narrow as humanly possible to get to the back to discourage people from going back there. It's just like, so yeah.
And Alicia, I was going to ask, is there any issue with me leaving about an hour early on Saturday?
Normally I'd say no, but simply because everything is so chaotic right now, you can go ahead.
Okay. I'll play it by ear, but there's just I
said, it's either family or medical emergency. Those are the only two that I allow people to leave early for without a fee.
Okay, I'll do my best to stay then.
Okay, yeah, because it's just you don't want to leave all your other vendors high and dry. You don't want people to come in and be like, hey, I heard they were here, and oh no, they skipped off. That's just not a good look. So yeah, don't worry, fair. People try and do it to me all the time, and that's why I developed the policy of charging a fee.
Yeah, it's only the event starts at 7, so it's like you're ending at 7. So I'm like, crap, that means I have to get ready and go and be late.
But yes, you are so about the party life, babe. I am about the work life. You are about the party.
This well fed.
You are all about party.
To a perpetually starving vamp, it is the best thing ever.
Hello, Gigi. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, no, I've never really been about the party life. I've always been pretty much work. I am a self-certified workaholic, but now I'm a kidaholic because love my kiddo.
The main thing for me is like literally just that I can finally feed to my heart's consent.
Yeah, and that's awesome. It's awesome. Valerie, do you have any kids?
No, we do not have children.
Oh, wow, okay. They're not for everybody, and they are a lot of worry. But man,
Well,
they're
it
amazing.
wasn't because we didn't try. It just
Oh,
didn't
wow.
work out. It just wasn't meant to happen.
I thought it was a
That's
decision.
Story for a whole nother time.
True. No, my I always tease my dad because my dad raised me by himself since I was 7. I always tease him that he never told me how much worry went into having a kid. He definitely did. I just didn't listen. But I wouldn't trade him for anything. So
My mom definitely did not. She just told me that one day I will have a daughter that's just like me. I now have one that is like me, and then I have one that's like her.
Oh.
So,
So do you
she
think she
forgot
kind of
she
prayed over your name until you got 2 kids with this? How do you
Yep.
feel?
And I now like to remind her of that anytime I need her to babysit.
Oh.
You're like, here, babysit yourself.
Oh God.
Basically.
Or like, here, babysit the equivalent of me because you're used to it.
Oh.
Yeah, that one stays in their room. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. That's
I get that. I was the same way.
Christina, how is everyone's Halloween going?
Cold.
Frustrating. But otherwise good. Had some really good cake a little bit ago.
Ooh, what kind of cake?
It was like this 5-layer, like really rich chocolate cake that was from Wasabi Ramen.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Like the ramen was good, but because I can't taste much right now, it was kind of like, it's okay. But then it was like the cake is what I needed.
Yeah. I was gonna say, can you do spicy foods or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have done the spicy ramen. Halfway through, I'm like, I really should have done that one.
No, as I was cleaning out the shop, I felt a cold coming on. So I normally do a throat and lung tea mix, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay up long enough for it to cool off. I was about to pass out. And so I did all the herbs and spices in a thing of honey and crushed up some vitamin C tablets and took that. I definitely recommend having a beverage very close at hand, but it did work. Worked like a charm. Okay, Christina. Mine was quite quiet and calm. We don't get trick-or-treating, though. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Christina. Trick-or-treaters are adorable. We did
I'm gonna get scared of any trick-or-treaters in this neighborhood.
Well, I was gonna
like not like scared that like anything will happen to me, but more scared for them.
No, I was gonna say your neighborhood's a little rough. So we did last night we did Beggar's Night at the mall. And Dennis was shocked. He bought a few bags of candy and he was out within the first half hour.
Yeah, so like the Beggar's Night thing, we didn't have that in Idaho. So like I'm hearing about that now and I'm like, what?
You didn't have it?
No. It was Halloween or nothing.
Whoa, okay.
And the weird thing about Iowa with the joke thing, like what is that?
What do you mean?
Like you have to tell a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you gotta earn your candy, dude.
That's weird.
Really?
In Idaho, it was you say trick or treat, you get your candy.
Well, you guys are easier. Here they make you work for it.
Yeah.
Do you want to know my nephew's joke for tonight?
Yes. Oh God, how bad?
What kind of bees do you get milk from?
Oh, boobies.
Boobies.
Bees.
Oh no. Oh my God.
And with that, I'm going to end on a high note. I'm going to tap out. I'm freezing. I got to do something about the temperature in here. So
oh gosh,
I will see you all on Saturday morning. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for inviting me.
Always, and I hope you come back.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, hon. Christina, this is my favorite holiday, though.
Yeah,
Well,
Symone is my favorite too. I always feel
Christina,
so connected to the goddess.
Cass, I've missed you. Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, it's good to be back, even though like I sound like crap.
Well, I feel really bad because with this move and getting sick and everything,
Mhm.
all the podcasts have gone on the back burner because I just haven't been able to get up and do them.
With me, it's been just I've been doing so much, like every day. My friends say I'm the busiest unemployed person they've ever known. Literally, like let's look at last week. Okay, here's my calendar.
Yeah, it put him. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, no thanks.
Literally
My
just-
calendar don't even look like that, and I feel like I am constantly on the damn go.
Literally, like last Friday, I had a meeting. Had a doctor appointment, D&D, had to go pay rent, had laundry. Last Thursday, doctor's appointment for blood tests, had job fair. That was actually the easiest day of that week. Then Wednesday was therapy. I went to vote, and then I made a bank account. Tuesday was actually kind of easy too. And then Monday was literally like D&D, and then I had a Department of Labor appointment, and then I had a meeting at Vortex, and
Vortex. What is Vortex?
huh?
What is Vortex?
Saturdays.
Oh, wow, that's misleading. Vortexes are more new agey stuff. That's misleading. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought it was a cool new age shop.
No.
I was like, really? Where?
No, I'm already being kind of like known there as the resident witch.
That's
like I've
fun.
already been asked to do tarot readings there.
Oh my. Okay. Pass out cards for the shop.
Do you have cards?
I'll give you signage.
I was to say I have my cards, but I don't.
I was gonna say. Remember to advertise for the podcast in the shop. I'll give you the QR
I
code.
let
signage.
people know that's why I do my readings at. So
Okay. And hook them into the podcast because that way, no matter where they live at, they can still tune in, ask questions and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I started all these. That way to make it more accessible for people who couldn't actually come to the store. You know?
We still have a dish 6 right now?
What?
My kid's passed out on the floor and he's talking in his sleep.
Oh, neat. Okay, then. But yeah, no. Last couple of roundtables have been pretty light, just simply because the harder topics, I'm not. Until this move is done, this move is going to
I
kill
can't
me,
focus
guys.
on anything until my move is done.
Yeah, it's going to kill me. I hate
There's so
moving
many more
anyway.
things I want to get started on, but I can't because,
Why?
well, let's just say that my current living space is not photogenic. Spicy.
No, but I mean, so do you or don't you have another place to move to yet?
Not yet, but
Okay.
we're starting to look at apartments right now.
Okay, I thought you had one. That's why I was like, wait, what?
No, but we're sure we're moving
Okay.
because I have to be out by the end of November.
Yeah. But that's going to create a lot of mental chaos until you have a direct place to
Exactly.
go. With the shop, I was originally going to mothball it until until the mall called me. They got in touch with me and went, "Hey, dude," and I'm like, "Well, I was going to put this in storage, but cool." So yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so many people because I mean it's a big part of my life, and so many people that I hang out with or talk to, I mentioned that I'm going to the shop to do something, and they're like, "Wait, that's open?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just moving."
Yeah, no, I was originally going to mothball it for a couple of months because my guides were like, no, you're going to be open in December. I'm like, okay, well, I'll mothball it for about a month and then reopen back up wherever I land. And all of a sudden, and AngelLynn, she actually predicted, she was like, no, you're going to get something. You're not actually going to need to close down. And I'm like, oh, are you okay? And sure enough, boom, out of nowhere, poof. I'm like, okay, that was random, but I'm loving it. And actually, a lot of things are breaking for me now that I'm actually transitioning out. So I'm getting a little bit more opportunity come my way, things like that.
Well, plus the like reduced rent. That place was expensive.
I won't talk too much about it, but yeah.
I mean, it's not like insanely, but it's something.
No, the bills were killing me. The utilities were killing me. The upkeep was killing me. And then
also just the sickness of the building.
Yeah, I will say that as well. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. So, and it's gotten worse since the tornado. So I don't know what busted loose, but it was like just whoa, you know. I don't know. I feel really bad because I love the building. It's amazing. It's an awesome building, but it just needs a lot more love and care and upkeep than I can do. I don't have the manpower and I don't have the money. So hold on.
I feel like the great thing about the new location is just that foot traffic, the people that likely won't even know. I think that's going to be an amazing opportunity.
It is. And it's going to be fun. You know, I feel kind of like we're going retro. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So Christina, it seems like forever that I have been here, and I do have a question. My race is Mexican, and I want to know what you think of Santa Muerte, because I want to work with her. I have a question. What do you think about Dia de los Muertos? I hope I spelled it right. Well, Day of the Dead Fair, that's our and what we honor during that time. Santa Muerte, I'll go ahead and let anybody else speak about her first.
I don't know enough about her.
I don't know a lot about her. The only thing that I can tell you is if she's calling out to you to work with her, then do it. I know my my ex's grandmother worked with her a lot, and it was absolutely amazing experience to be able to kind of see her workings and in a sense be a part of it without being pulled into it. So at least from my aspect of it is, if you're being called, do it, go for it.
Larissa, have you ever worked with Santa Muerte?
I have
or been around?
I'm just soaking in. I'm curious myself.
Okay. Santa Muerte, one thing I will mention, she does have a lot of different aspects. She's a bit ambiguous because she will help whoever asks her. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad. And there is a lot of importance placed on her cloak, her manto, basically what color cloak she has. So white would be purification, healing, black, protection, anti-witchcraft, things like that. Sometimes you'll see statues of her with a gold manto, and that's really big. Santa Muerte is an amazing figure. She is not to be trifled with. She is very, how do I put this? I put her up there with Kali, Hecate, the different kind of darker mother aspects, even though Santa Muerte is not quite a mother figure, but she is very, very powerful. She's definitely nobody to be trifled with or played with. And you want to get clear right away what kind of offering she wants, just like with everything else. It's always a transaction. It's always an offering for her, something for you. It's not like you put in your prayer and you pop out your prize, but she is she's nothing to be trifled with. But I will tell
It's
you,
similar to like Lilith on that aspect of like it's motherly yet not.
not really, no. Lilith is a whole different class. Santa Muerte is a very... Lilith has the sexual aspect to her. She's very...
Yeah, but ironically, yes and no on that. Because like for me, Lilith actually, because she's the mother of monsters, she's the mother of vamps. Like, so she actually is motherly and protective, like towards me, but not like majorly loving.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's just like
Most of
protective,
your,
very.
most of your mother goddesses, they do have a bit of loving aspect to them. They are stern, but the mother goddesses are the ones that are willing to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Oddly enough, this really surprised me, even over Thor, even over the god Thor. Go to a mother goddess if you have a battle, because she will stand up and fight. And that shocked me completely. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. If you got something nasty going on, go to her. Especially if you have children. Santa Muerte is not quite a mother goddess, but she is maybe a dark queen goddess kind of thing. Very, I wouldn't even want to put her in the queen category. She's just something else entirely. She's her own particular entity. And
the way she was explained to me is I almost want to put it in because I know it's a completely different aspect of it, but is what's the word I'm looking for? War.
Yeah, like kind of like Morgan.
But not not like the Morgan at all. There was
mind.
but
Yeah.
I think it was just the way that when I was younger she was described to me, which is what you had brought up, is she helps those who ask. It doesn't matter whether they're good or they're bad. And when I was younger, the way grandma described her to me, or my ex's grandma, whatever, was you could have two towns in a going in a war with each other, and they're both worshiping her, praying that they're gonna win. So that's kind of where I've always associated her with. She's
neutral.
It ain't neutral. I don't
I was
think
gonna say neutrality. No. Okay, so two sides of it. One, the good people praying to her with roses and bread. She really likes those. And then the cartels praying to her by killing a woman and two 10-year-old boys and sacrificing them to her. She took both offerings. So keep in mind what you're getting into. That's what I'll say.
Damn.
Okay. And that's originally why I backed away from her every time she came to me. I'm like, nope, we're done. No, I don't play that shit. No. But
yeah, Morgan's way pickier than that.
When I actually started working with her a little bit, I started realizing a little bit more about her. So I mean, I guess fairness and offerings, but yeah, it's interesting. Christina, I'm just starting out with all this, but I will tell you, Christina, if you need protection, go to Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte and Hecate, and sometimes Anubis if you're dealing with spiritual problems. All three of them, bam. If you're having problems with kiddos, there's a couple other goddesses I can recommend, but I'm going to do that privately. Okay, Christina, right? Christina, thanks, Alicia. I forgotten you were Chicana. Yep, half Mexican. Christina, Lowell, and Christina, because I feel like Dia de los Muertos should be my start of my practice. If you feel that, then dive into it. But I'll say, Christina, I think I remember you're a Capricorn, so all I'll say is do your research. Just really do your research really, really well. Yes, go by your intuition, but research is everything, especially in this. And remember, whatever deity you're getting in with or working with, you want to know all aspects, not just one, because every deity has multiple aspects.
Yeah,
So.
and it's very much like know about the deity, even if those aspects don't apply to you. Because, like, I know that the darker sides of Lilith, and while I may not fully agree with them, what she is to me is what I need.
Yeah. And but also, Cass, for you it works. You don't have
It does.
kids. You don't work
I
with
mean,
kids.
like I said, she's the mother of
You
fans.
know.
It's ironic. It's
She,
not fitting.
I mean, the reason I am completely just nope, she does the whole baby eating, baby killing thing, and that's
And
no.
I totally get that.
That's a huge no.
And like I said, I don't agree with all of it, but what she is for me works.
Right. Antoinette, she's referring to Santa Muerte, because I know Antoinette, she has had to work with her in the past for a couple of her. She also does justice work, by the way. Antoinette is really good at it. She does justice work and legal work. So if you ever need a legal work candle, go to her. Antoinette, she reminds me of a criminal attorney. Actually,
that is very fitting. Yeah.
Yes. A higher up one, to be sure, but yes. Okay.
I like that. That's a great description.
Good job, Antoinette. Yeah, she's definitely a little higher up, but yeah. Christina, yes, I am a Capricorn. Christina, thanks, Cass. And Christina, haha. But yeah. So it's just see, Antoinette has worked with some really interesting deities. Kali has been one of them. She actually works really well with her. Kali she's a little bit darker than I like to go, but I understand her aspect now after going through all the stuff with the shop and my own child. I understand it much better than I did at the start of all this.
Having patriarchy issues, she's probably a good one to go to.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, no, that would be, but at the same time, that's not really.
It's not all of it, but it is a part.
She's more about justice. Honestly, and the entire reason why, because I believe originally she was Parvati. Well, no, originally she was Parvati, but the entire reason why she went nuts was somebody harmed her offspring.
Yep.
And then she became Kali, that dark mother aspect. And so it's all about justice. For her, it's all about justice and karma.
It's so interesting how, like, the different descriptions of the different, like, goddesses and gods, like, they get the same descriptions, but they're so different. Like, the dark mother aspect, like, it fits Kali, but it also fits Lilith, but for completely different reasons. Because, like, for Kali, it's a mother that is dark. Like, that is the more dark aspect. But she's a very motherly, like, whereas for Lilith, she is the mother of the dark. So it's like it's the same termage, but completely different meanings.
Well, Kali became that dark mother aspect out of love.
Yeah.
Lilith?
Yeah,
there's not a lot.
There is love there, but it's not normal love. It's not like tenderness. It's fierce protection. Because, like, literally, with Lilith, if you fuck with any of her kids, she will she'll destroy you. But if you're not her kid, she doesn't care. She's actually kind of malicious that way.
Colette Souza, I hear the veil is more open right now. Yes, no, that is true. Yep. Right around this time. Yes, that is correct. So always be careful when you're using Ouija boards, seances. Well, I don't recommend Ouija boards anyway. Yeah, I know, right? Going to graveyards, doing spell work, anything on the metaphysical side of things, including stuff with any sort of mirror work. Honestly, I would recommend you wait until the veil has thickened a little bit, simply because you're going to have a little bit more of a harder time to control what comes through.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons why, like, even though this is that's one of the reasons why I do my thanks ritual on Halloween. Halloween is because the veil is easier to go through and the ritual is amplified, but I have to put so much more protection to effect.
Yeah.
Which is also why I haven't done it tonight, because I don't have the energy for it.
Now, Cass, are you putting a call out to your ancestors?
So I've done some work with, like, trying to find out like if I have any ancestors that are willing to help in any way.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of my ancestors are either so strictly Christian that they don't want to touch like help, and because I'm not Christian, or they're
Is your phone dead?
just not very tethered to me.
Your blood sugar's not reading.
And you've looked on both paternal and maternal sides?
Mhm.
There
On the
is
paternal side, I find, well, actually, on both sides, like if I go back far enough, I find a couple that are like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was doing Asatru is because of ancestors on that side.
Yeah. I was going to say there's something you can do, and it's pretty homogenous, so it doesn't matter what ancestry you have. You basically just write on a piece of paper. It's like any ancestors who are for my highest good, willing to work with me, would like to speak with me. I invite you into my life. Put a glass of water there, light a candle. And that'll kind of pull them in so as they can start talking with you and you can open up a dialogue. Because surprisingly enough, the farther down this road I get, the more I realize we've got a whole line of ancestors behind each one of us cheering us on. You know, I mean, Larissa, as a past life regressionist, what are your thoughts on that?
I've actually, funny enough, I've actually seen or had clients that have like reincarnated into their same bloodline to try to clear things up. And it's seeing that a few times kind of put it into perspective that, being in a position like you are, Cass, right now, is that there's different lessons that your ancestors as well as you are meant to clear in your bloodline. So, it is a collective effort. And I'm sure that if you follow the instructions that Alicia was giving you, that you can get somebody that's willing to jump in and help you out, because that is part of our purpose as well, is to kind of clear up reoccurring lessons and within bloodlines, as well as I'm sure some of the gifts that you have, since you mentioned that you were born with them, were likely passed down as well. So there may be help in that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about something with that. I might actually see about diving down the path of not bloodline ancestors, but like those that, because of being a born vamp, like maybe that, like going that route. Like
I would do your bloodline first.
I have.
If you
Like I
search
said.
back far enough, I bet you'll find a couple more vamps.
Actually, that is weird. I didn't encounter any. Not until
The other
really
thing,
far back Nordic.
okay, there you go. That's your starting point. The other thing I'd almost bet you, actually, I'd bet you $5 on this. If you go back through your soul ancestry, your soul
And
type.
that's what I was saying, is like the follow the vamp, like my vamp soul, essentially. Not so much my earthly tether.
It's and keep in mind, your soul wasn't always a psychic vampire. Generally, psychic vampires are wounded.
Right.
They've got something going on. So you might look past that wound.
Yeah, I might be able to, like, hell, maybe it's someone that, like, whoever caused it, and it was an accident or like that.
Yeah. So what is it? There's God, and the words come. It's escaping me, but there's stuff that is so traumatic, a piece of your soul will shatter off and just stay there, and the rest will keep moving on. And I can't remember the term for it to save my life, but hey, my mind is just mush at this point.
Soul
My brain's
splitting?
What, Larissa?
Soul splitting?
Something like that. There's a process to actually pull all the pieces back in together. You just have to be really careful because it can really alter a person.
And that's the thing, is there's like with us born vamps, like some of us have been vamps for
Yeah.
many
Multiple.
lifetimes.
Well, but
not all.
No way to fix that wound.
Yeah.
If you can fix the wound and possibly whatever piece broke off, possibly you might find your
Well, and some of it, it's not entirely a wound either.
connection.
Some of it, it's just a higher energy metabolism.
Go ahead.
So it's not so much a wound that is to be fixed. It's more of just we have a lot we have to pour in.
Mm-hmm.
We burn through energy fast.
Well, remember, in nature, everything is created for a purpose.
Yep.
Nothing is.
And that's why I'm trying to find a benevolent purpose for me.
Well, everything has a purpose, which means everything is practical. Maybe not necessarily nice, but definitely practical.
Cass, I'm picking up on some stuff for you. Maybe offline sometime. I'd be happy to try to channel, just find the maybe where some of the core of this is for you. So I'm curious. I want to know because and we'll talk offline. I'm certain to think that I have. Well, I know that I have some vampirism gifts that I'm starting to understand. So maybe I can pick your brain about that as well.
Nifty. Christina, oh no, I wouldn't touch spell work for a while. Probably very, very good idea. I'd say probably until you're about 3 years in. Christina, Alicia, how can I work with my ancestors safely? Like I was telling Kasumi, basically you just very homogenized, light a candle, get your glass of water as an offering, write down any ancestors who are for my highest good, that wish me well, that were good people. I would like to open a dialogue. And then also contact your spirit guides first too. They're your first line. That's, I would say, spirit guides over ancestors. So it's spirit guides and then ancestors and then whatever else. Because your ancestors have kind of a vested interest in you doing well, but your spirit guides have more of a vested interest in you learning lessons, I guess. I know one lady, she told me recently, her spirit guides, they will give her advice, and every time she goes against it, they'll give her an obstacle, like, okay, all right, we set you down the right path, but if you want to stray from it, here's something to think about. And I was like,
actually, it's ironic. So I haven't messed with spirit guides like much at all. I can't seem to find any, except for almost in their place, I have the goddesses. It's not
everybody's
got the same.
I was gonna say everybody's got a team of guides. Hold on.
But like that's how they are acting for me. Like literally they like tell me like what my path to be is, and then if I go against it is when I start like they like, well, listen,
okay,
you can do that, it's just gonna suck.
Your goddesses currently are blocking out your guides. But I think that's only a phase. It's just to get you where you need to go, and then you'll be back with your team. Because your team's going to be the one, they're going to be the one to do the day-to-day maintenance. And for you, you don't need as much protection. You can pretty much eat whatever's coming at you. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's not like they have to stay close and protect you from anything
negative. Not exactly happy to be working with me.
Really? How so?
There's a reason that she's the full moon for me and not the new moon.
Okay.
She doesn't want me anywhere near her dead.
Mm-hmm.
She's the protector of the dead. She doesn't want them being eaten.
Yeah.
Even though I wouldn't, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't do that.
But it's probably to her, because like when I work with her, it's pure just business. She's just doing her job.
No, it's not. It's not because she's worried you're going to eat her dead, and she's so far beyond that. It's not funny.
Right.
The word "fool" keeps coming up, so I don't know if it's new journey, like the Fool in the tarot card, starting off on a journey. But yeah,
she does like to tell me that.
That's what I pick up. That's the only word. So yeah, no. Christina, thanks. And how will I know what my family spirit guide is? Family spirit guide, that's a lot different. No, very rarely do you actually have a family spirit guide that goes through different generations with you. Generally, you get different teams because it's all about your soul. You make the soul contract before you get incarnated, and many of your guides will travel with you from different lifetime to lifetime. They're going to be there for a while. So, yeah, this is some really long ties and friendships. That's interesting. But family spirit guide, if you mean ancestor, that you're just going to have to open up a dialogue and ask them and then do a lot of research to verify. In this area, it's all about research, at least for me. I don't know. Larissa, Kasumi, Symone, research, yes, no.
Oh, always research. Sorry, I was a bit distracted
Symone,
by
your
a kind
mic's
of
off.
revelation.
Yeah, no, research always. But my other thing is you also need to take the research with a grain of salt because this is people who have written it about their own experiences and your experience is going to be different.
Yep.
Me
Metaphysical,
working,
subjective.
right, like me working with my guides, I still have no idea what they look like, but I know they are many. Me working with my ancestors, I can tell you that they are all women. And it looks like I have got a damn army standing behind me.
Yep.
It's everybody's experience in this is so different, and it's absolutely amazing to hear other people's stories when they start seeing this. And like how I started connecting with mine, I lit a candle, and I lit a candle that was my grandmother's favorite scent because it was her great grandmother's favorite scent, and it was my mother's, and it is because it's kind of just gone down the line. I kind of assumed, okay, well, maybe this is just a connection and we'll give it a shot. It worked. So it's just little things like that. I didn't need to do anything too big to reach out. Just the familiarity of home, I guess.
Well, okay, am I the only one who wishes it was as easy as light a candle and the spirit appears, like on Charmed? It's like, okay,
right.
my connection's losing.
Like Charmed had some good things, but like some of it was like, okay, that's oversimplified.
Yeah. Charmed actually had an advisor. Aaron Spelling brought on an advisor. I was really impressed. But
so
no.
What was it called?
Which one? Witches of East End or something like that?
No. Damn it. Now I'm forgetting the name of it. It was from 98. That's when it was like a movie.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No. Though they actually had one too.
Practical Magic?
No, but it's close.
Okay. But no.
Damn it.
Larissa, have you done any? I know you've done work with your ancestors and your guides. What is your experience?
So actually, my group, Past Life Regressions, actually guides people to the craft. It guides people to be able to see their guides. I actually just regressed myself recently, and I got a chance to kind of see and meet with my guides. I think with hypnotism, it's a little bit easier. We let our guard down a little bit, and any any expectations kind of fall away, and it makes it easy. But I would say it's a really good thing, I think, for people to be able to see and experience, so they know like where you're getting your signs from and like who's behind you, helping you out in this lifetime.
Neat. At some point, one of these days, when I have the time and the cash, I definitely want to sit down with you, Larissa. But yeah, it's not going to be for a while. Oddly enough, strangely, one of my recent ancestors that I never met him. He's on my dad's side. And he came through for me. He actually wanted me to give a message to my dad. And my dad's a psychic medium, so I'm like, no, you need to go talk to him. My dad literally didn't even believe me. He's like, no, there's no way. There's no way he'd want to talk to me. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Well, he does. And you need to go talk to him. But yeah, it would be my paternal grandfather. He died before I could ever meet him. We never met. And he came knocking on my door one night, and I'm like, that's not possible. You know, because we never met. We have no, other than blood, we have no ties. We have nothing in common. But it was interesting. He's quite the force to be reckoned with. But considering his life, yeah, it made him an interesting dude. So I'm probably going to cut this off here pretty soon, simply because I'm just pretty zonked out. I do encourage everybody to, at least light a candle on your table. We can't do anything to set off fire alarms in the mall, obviously, but even the guy that's managing said one little candle isn't going to be a big deal. So just so as you know, light a candle, bring your ancestors in.
Oh, are we okay to do incense at the new shop?
We got to.
Okay.
I asked him about it, and he's like, as long as you don't light up an entire bundle and smoke out the place, set off the alarms, and make everybody in the mall smell it, you're fine. So yeah, 1 or 2 sticks of incense is not going to be a big deal.
So you know me with my vampire's blood.
Yep, absolutely. So, oh hey, what did you think? You picked up werewolf, right?
Yeah, it's not as great as it smells when unburnt, in my opinion, but it's not bad.
Okay. I was going to say,
it's just very different.
It is. It's a heavier, thicker scent, but werewolf and witch's brew are the 2 I actually like out of the newer pack. The zombie repellent will repel anything.
Oh yeah, I've got one that's called zombie poison.
Poof.
No.
No.
It's just poison.
Okay, got it. Yep. Too bad it won't get rid of the squirrels in the shop.
This one might.
Oh my gosh.
It is horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, think the power of Moldavite turned to toxicity.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. All right, y'all.
So Moldavite might actually help me right now.
Well, we are under 2 hours, and I think I'm going to call it. I'm sorry, you guys, but my brain is soup.
It's all good. I could probably use some rest.
All right.
Plus, I gotta do my exercises.
Ooh, what do those look like?
Resistance band.
Ah, okay.
It's something I can do without hurting.
Yeah. Well, my lovely people, thank you, my guests. Thank you, my panelists. And are you guys setting up Saturday morning or Friday night?
Oh, I will have to do Saturday morning.
Okay.
Because parties
from Friday night.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Parties from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. So this is going to be fun. Because it's literally, so I have that party from 7 p.m. and it's a bonfire. So like
nice.
7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Then I have the fair until 7. And then 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. at Vortex. And then I have the fair again. I have a very busy weekend.
You're more of a people person. Yeah.
I kind of have to be to survive. Like, I need to feed somehow.
I was going to say, it was funny. Antoinette and I were chatting about how much partying you're doing. She's like, God, I wish I was partying right now. I'm like, not me, man.
What I want is a week solid to prop my feet up, watch horror movies, and binge on junk food.
See,
Hell
right
no.
now, I just want to be able to sleep. But I've been having so much trouble sleeping, both because of not having a good bed and like
Trying so
can't
hard not
breathe.
to say it.
What?
Trying so hard not to say it. All right. Well, if you'd quit smashing all night, your bed would be in better condition and you'd be able to sleep, Cass.
Oh
Jeez.
no, this bed, I won't even want to try.
Oh, God. It's that bad.
I mean, I've had this futon on the floor for over 7 years now.
Damn.
It's time for a change.
Okay. So basically, you can roll it up and whack an intruder, and the intruder's going to die, right?
If I can pick it up.
Okay. Well, like I said, I got a king size memory foam for you.
Yep. As soon as I get moved, that is definitely getting set up.
I was going to say, you were like, when can I pick it up? I'm like, once I've got the shop moved. After that, everything goes on the back burner till after that.
I completely get that. And that's why I was like, I don't really have, like, I would have to pretty much move half my room to fit it in here. And then it's like, I don't want to have to move it again right away.
I get that one. No.
At the same time, I want sleep.
Right? Well, anywho. All right, guys. What would you like to leave the audience with? Bits of wisdom and anything you would like to say for the fair over the weekend? Anything like that?
Well, being that tomorrow is the start of the new moon, just a tidbit of info, that means that the goddess that I would be consulting is Lilith. If that makes a difference for anyone, that's what it is.
Okay, homies with kids, go to Symone and Larissa. Steer clear of Kasumi.
Oh, just because I do a reading from Lilith doesn't mean she's going to eat the kids.
No, it's just she don't respond well with kid energy. It's just not her vibe.
Oh, I won't. She won't do any readings for the kids. Definitely not.
But I mean,
unless they're a vamp
issues.
or something.
Yeah, people with kid
which
issues.
would be an interesting way to find out.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at least I know that if all of a sudden I get the feeling I need to do a reading for a kid, I know why.
Yeah. Yep.
Which at that point, actually would be a good thing to know, because then it's like I can be a resource for them if they need it.
Yeah, you can help them out along that path, because it's rough, man.
Because if I had known when I was younger, I probably would have had a little bit of an easier life.
Yeah. But that's the reason why you stumbled along the path. That way you can help other people, other vamps.
Yep. Everything.
What was that?
That's
What?
I was wondering.
Okay.
Okay.
Larissa, any tips, anything like that you want to leave everybody with? Messages.
No tips. Just excited to meet everybody. Excited to check out the new space.
All right.
I'm more talkative in person, so
Oh yeah. And I mean, so am I.
I'm more people-y.
Especially since like I can like taste the energy that people give off. So it's like I know what they need.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially
Okay,
if
I
someone's
can't
anxious, I
taste
can
the
help with that.
energy, but I do feel it.
Judy, good night, everyone. Good night, Judy. Thanks for tuning in, babe, and I hope you stop in this weekend and see us. All right, y'all. Have a pleasant evening. I'm going to go ahead and go to bumper music. Mwah. And I'll see you all Friday and Saturday and Sunday and all that fun stuff.
Oh, my nails are going to be fun for this. Dang it.
Good night, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
It's been an awesome show. Good night.